Let's get it started. Woo!
Oh, and you have a choice of two news items. Both are relevant to your interests.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I put the or in between.
I like this. Or.
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 Let me see here. We're not streaming yet.
Okay.
We're hosting somebody right now, so I'm waiting to see when it pops up.
Okay. I'll just sit here and drink my tea.
I'm jelly of your tea.
It is also it's a frap cup from Nerdtacular. And I gave a friend of mine tea in this the other night, and one of my friends I work with, and she just started laughing. I'm like, "What's so funny?" She said, "This is the best cup ever." I'm like, "Yeah, it's a great cup, but why are you laughing?" We call fraudulent applications fraps.
Oh my!
So, and I never because I knew the whole it's a frap joke.
Right.
I never made that correlation.
Oh
it's like now it's my work cup.
Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, we are live. We're live. Hello.
Oh.
Welcome to Mothers of Geeks, session 23.
Well, episode 23. Sessions more
I'm so
for the
used
game.
to sessions.
I know you
I call
are.
everything sessions. I have to rename
That's
podcasts
fine.
all the time.
That's okay. We can start going sessions because it's our therapy session. And they don't see the pre-show.
No, hi. We love you. We love you.
We love you guys.
We love you. I am wearing an amazing Anchorman Assemble t-shirt. Isn't that adorable?
Cute. Okay, so let me see if I can show off my leggings.
Don't fall. Oh, beautiful.
So they are red bicycle leggings so I was really lusting after these leggings, but I didn't buy them when I saw them. And they're like $25 normally. Course. So I saw the print like once. And I'm like, I'll find them again. I didn't buy them. A few weeks ago, my girlfriend Sarah Twitters me. Do you love me? Do you love me lots and lots and lots and lots and lots? I'm like, of course I love you, woman.
You're like, duh.
Duh. So she sends me the picture of the leggings. I'm like, honey, I can't. I've already spent my clothing budget. She goes, and then because I get a certain clothing budget a month, and I may have blown the water early. This month, like on the 1st, except for my Friday dress. I'm getting that this weekend. But so then she sends me the picture of Goodwill for $5. I'm like, yeah, I can do that one.
You're like, yeah, got that. That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome. So, oh man, my mic was all like.
So we're both stylish and cool today.
Oh,
usually are though.
We're always cool and stylish, I think, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. So, how have you geeked this week, my friend?
How have I geeked? So, you know me. You know that I tend to go through phases where I either play with dice or play with a controller in my hand, or a mouse in my hand.
Yeah.
And I'm in a huge dice phase, mostly due to you guys, and I'm exceptionally happy about it. But Cam wanted to go through the class stories in SOTOR. Star Wars, The Old Republic. So we planned at the beginning of the year we would do like a few hours like on the Saturday, but we never got around to it because we're busy.
Right.
Well, Sunday I had an amazing thing. It was called a day with no plans besides grocery shopping. So we played like an hour and a half on Sunday.
That's so amazing.
It was awesome. We're both Twi'leks.
Of course.
He's a smuggler. He's going to be a gunslinger, and then I'm going to be I'm a commando. And I have a huge effing grenade launcher on my back.
That's amazing. I love that game.
It's awesome. It's a great game. I've never finished. I've never finished through a story quest. Because I do tend to get ADD gaming. It's fine.
Of course.
But I love it. I love it. And I think part of my problem is I've always played like Jedis, but I'm not really good at close hand combat. I need something with a gun. I need to be AoE.
That's fine. You can be AoE.
Yeah. So that's one of the ways I've geeked this week. We saw Black Panther on Friday. Not Friday. No, Monday.
Monday. I was like, wait.
Yeah, no, we didn't. Which was amazing. We loved it. I think it's definitely for my daughter. It's up there in her top 5 Marvel movies. She really geeked out on his little sister, who's about 16. She makes Stark look like an amateur. She is no. You'll meet her. You'll meet her because she has access to vibranium.
Well, that's different. That's not
they're
fair.
a very advanced technological civilization.
That's not fair.
But yeah, they're way ahead when it comes to technology.
Wait till Stark gets vibranium.
Oh yeah. But I think they'll work well together. I do see her being a new scientific power on the MCU. She's awesome. Her name's Shuri. Rye loved her. And of course, we had D&D Friday. I love you.
I love you. I know I love you.
Someday we're actually going to be friends and we're going to be accomplices. And we were with Addie and Hates 2.0 or 1.0.
1.0, we're fine.
Yeah, in fact, they shouldn't have gotten along.
And we did.
But they did. They did. Like, okay, they recognized, okay, we're two sides of the same coin. You're the light, I'm the dark. We're good.
But this time we just can't do it. I don't know
we're teenagers. Because we're teenagers.
We're women teenagers. And all the men sit there and look at us like,
oh my God, what the fuck?
We're acting like real life.
Yeah. And you're the mean girl and I'm the emo teen. So, it works.
It does.
So our little baby 0 levels chose their path. And we're about to split up. We also found out like all the people in the town, like the 3 of the people in the town, they're retired adventurers and, a good time.
Yeah. You chose the path of light.
I did, which was bizarre. Like light.
Uh-huh.
It's still moonlight, though. I chose a priestess saloon. So technically she shouldn't be light, but I knew I didn't want to do life because that is too Addie. And it's very traditional healer. And I didn't see her being a healer.
No, I don't see it at all.
Light has some bite to it, and we're going to play around with it a little bit.
I'm excited.
And what did you choose?
Darkness.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
You're a super good friend. It's and Addie's probably doing it because she's a teenager who just is mad at everybody. I mean, she's literally 14 years old, just as like
F authority.
F authority, and I'm gonna go join the bad guys.
They want me to be good. And that's
does
not
she
what I
really want to do it? We'll see. Like, it'll be fun to play. But I don't know if she really wants to be the bad guy. I don't know if that's her aim. Going paladin. Going to be what is the
conquest?
Conquest.
Yeah, it's vicious.
It's vicious.
I mean, it's a really good, well built subclass. I looked at it as well because it's perfect anti-paladin.
It really is. So I'm excited to do it. I think it's gonna be fun. I think that's gonna really change her character because she's really about anger right now, and she doesn't. It's just because she's a teenager. It really has nothing to do with her personality. So it'll be interesting to see how we.
And I want to know who's gonna save who or who's gonna corrupt who.
Excited.
And then last night, we actually got a game of Mage in first try. We scheduled it. We played it.
I just had a heart attack.
I know. The good news is my cute little cult of ecstasy got out of the room with the scary drug lord. The bad news is she's still on a fracking leash with him. Yeah.
I want to come in there and save the world, but I won't.
Well, no, it's hard because she's going to be a fairly light character. My intention was for her to be a fairly light character, but this is hardening her a little.
Okay. I want to tell you a story.
Yes, tell me a story.
Eva. Eva. How do you want to pronounce it?
Yeah.
Eva was
hot waffle.
Exactly honey.
Yeah.
100% when I first played her. That was the first role-playing character I ever made. She was light. She was into drugs, into partying, into sex, and she was a prostitute. And her drug, like supplier / pimp, is what she was chained to. And look where she ended up.
Oh yeah, but there's something that Honey has that Eva doesn't. She's a scientist. She is brilliant, and she has a balance.
Oh yeah, Eva has 5 intelligence.
Yeah. Well, and Honey doesn't yet, but she has a 4 intelligence.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's such a funny thing because it's good. I'm interested to see how. Oh, it doesn't say Dungeons and Dragons, Al. Jesus Christ, I'm so stupid. I'm editing right now. But it's funny because like you'd never, ever, ever think that things are going to go so south.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's fun.
Oh, yeah, it is fun. But I still intend to kind of keep her on the light, more fun. But yeah, she's hardening up because of this.
Right.
And even when I sent our storyteller her like brief history, because raised in the system, foster home, all that. But because she's smart, she actually was able to get scholarships, do stuff like that. She had somebody actually watching out for her.
Right.
So, and that was kind of like, all right, so she can come off as a bimbo.
Right.
But she is a scientist. So that's kind of a fun contradiction as well.
I think it'll be fun.
Having that logical side to somebody who's cult of ecstasy.
I cannot wait for her to meet me.
I'm looking forward. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I may have already turned a paper into you.
I failed you.
No, you didn't, because it was brilliant. Don't fail me.
Millie only accepts perfection.
And she got perfection.
Well, she better. She better.
Of course. She better.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to bring the characters together.
I agree. I'm really looking forward to it. Just kind of seeing bits and pieces. So that's how I geeked this week. How did you geek this week, lady?
And psst.
Yeah.
I never made my character yet.
I know.
It gives you such anxiety, I think.
No, it's, you know what?
It was giving you anxiety because you don't know how fast I could make them.
I know. And you said, okay, I can make it in 5 minutes. Like, okay, never mind then.
As long as I have a backstory, literally all it takes is to just throw the stats down. But see, I have seen these stats since I was 14 years old.
Exactly.
And so I've been doing it since I was
right.
So like it's nothing.
It's the same thing as like me genning a D&D character.
Exactly. That takes me way longer to do.
Yeah. I can do, I literally, it takes me 10 minutes to gen a character. So.
Right.
And I've done I've had a lot of experience with genning World of Darkness characters.
You just have never played one.
Exactly. And I'm playing too.
I'm so proud of you.
And they're very different.
I know.
Very different. And yes, I will. I'll be there on Saturday.
You will?
Yeah. I'm like Keek. I texted Keek. I'm like, all right. I know I said I was kind of sure, but I'll go on stage. Like, you've seen it. I want to see it again. Just if you want to go to game, go to game. I'm like, all right, cool. It was okay. Bye. It was like we're like this our yearly thing, and let's do this. I'm like, okay, never mind.
You can tell her I love her too.
Yes, but yeah, and I love Shape of Water, but I've seen it, so I might
There's
go on a game.
Really uncomfortable things in Shape of Water. We need to do a show where we talk about.
Yeah.
You should have joined us when I think Dana and I talked about it.
Yeah.
Live, because man, egg timers just have a whole new meaning for me.
Oh yeah, no, and it starts out there. Do not play around, but I love the fact that they were so upfront, especially with her sexuality.
And it catches you off guard, though.
It does, because it's so it's right there, and it's your first experience with her is that.
And the egg timer.
And the egg timer, yeah.
Eggs, I already hate them, and I was just like,
yeah.
No thanks.
Yeah. Also, who just takes 3 minutes? Anyways.
She might be a 10-minute boiler. We don't know.
We don't know. True.
So, how I geeked this week.
Geeked this week.
I went to the bookstore last night with my bestie.
Yes.
And I got a new toy.
What'd you get?
Has nothing to do with egg timers.
Trey's first wand, and it's Snape.
This is my first wand. And if you're shocked that it's Snape, then you don't know me. Like,
you
literally at all. You've never met me. This is super appropriate. I know, and I didn't even think about that until tonight.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
This is my Snape wand. They have holders there for like $3 or $30, and I was like,
no. Pretty sure you're married to a wood guy.
I am. So he's going
egg
timers.
Egg timers.
And this is my wand. I got this.
This is lovely.
This, and she gave me a present.
For coloring books?
For coloring. And,
yes.
And this. This is my geekness.
It's so fluffy.
She made this. My bestie made this.
Wonderful.
She makes narwhals too. If anyone wants a narwhal or a unicorn, I can hook you up.
Or Cthulhu? I'm sorry.
I can hook you up. So it was like my fun night last night. We went to bookstore, hung around. There was a weird guy that was sleeping in like a chair.
Yeah.
And reading weird books. Then we decided it'd be really fun if we were to put like erotica on people that were sleeping in chairs. We didn't do it.
You know what? The guy was a wizard.
You're a wizard, Harry. Yep. But we didn't do it. And then there was a section of books that were labeled science fiction.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to give you a couple of the titles of the books.
Okay.
All the Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm. It's not science fiction.
Thank you. Salem's Lot.
Horror, not science fiction.
Mm-hmm. Shawshank.
Yeah.
So I decided that I think I need to file a grievance because in a bookstore, that's completely
wrong.
inappropriate.
And it also really F's you up, and it's like having your own books out of alphabetical order.
Which I don't do. Who does that? That's a monster.
Yeah, monsters.
So I decided that I was going to tell somebody and jokingly said, I need somebody to talk to. And then immediately 3 Barnes & Noble people showed up. And I was like, oh, no, this is sorcery. And I was like, I'm fine. I was just kidding. And then I walked away.
And then, but you might watch out whoever.
But that sign should say fantasy. That sign should say fantasy.
Or popular, whatever.
Science fiction and fantasy are 2 separate genres.
I mean, but if you have them together, that's fine, but you need to sign them as such.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, they're 2 separate genres.
Oh, totally. Also, Salem's Lot didn't belong there, neither did Shawshank.
It was like 6 Stephen King novels, and you know how I feel about Stephen.
Yeah, right. However, Eye of the Dragon,
yes,
Dark Tower,
thank you,
are pretty. There's very few Stephen King novels that belong in that section. Now, certainly some of them do.
Not Salem's Lot, though.
Not Salem's Lot, no.
I almost reorganized because I was very uncomfortable.
I would have. Oh, God, I would have.
Yes. So that's how I geeked. Bookstore fun.
Nice.
Oh, there's a stink bug. Get off my phone. I'm going to flick it. Oh, no, I flicked it into a blanket. Damn it. Oh, God. Oh. What did you geek over this week, friend? It's going to bother me.
I know it is. So I'm going to get some crap from this from our friends, some friends of ours, but that's okay. I'm willing to accept it. I started researching more about vegan food. I made meatless meatball sub on Monday.
Okay.
Which was really good. I love meatball subs.
You do, because who doesn't?
Right, but I don't eat meat. So, this one was something that would gross you out, but it was primarily mushrooms as the meat. But like a good meatball, you also use like breadcrumbs to put it together, oats to put it together, lots of really great seasonings. And so that was just vegetarian because I used eggs, but I'm looking into how to figure out how to make it vegan because I do have a number of friends that are vegan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also looking at researching cauliflower buffalo wings.
I hear they're delicious.
So those are probably going to be next week. Because I love buffalo wings.
You could send me some.
Honestly, like most wings aren't meaty enough.
Right.
So I'm gonna look into that. And let's face it, wings are just a carrier for wing sauce.
And fat, just.
Yeah. And I'm gonna look at some vegan ranch dressing, which I've had some at Green, which is the place we love to go to, and it's really good.
Okay.
Really tasty. So once I get some of those recipes down, I'm gonna have a vegan junk food night.
Oh, look how fancy you are.
Yeah. I do like a good party.
You do like a good party.
I do.
You come throw me parties.
Yes. 2 dinner parties and a brunch last week. Oh my God.
You were in your element.
I was, but like brunch lasted 5 hours.
That's not brunch.
It's not brunch. It is lunch and supper or lunch and tea.
Like it's lunch and snacks. Like
5 hours. But it was fine. Mm-hmm. We had 20 people over, including little kids, and we had a lovely time. It was a lot of my girlfriends from work. Mm-hmm. My friend Mia, some of her friends that we don't work with, but I know. We had a great time. Like one of the girls made like a pamper kit with all these really great little samples of stuff.
Oh, that's nice.
I got a sample of my favorite eyeliner, so I was happy because that stuff's like $20 a thing, and it's expensive. So I got travel size now.
Hell yeah.
So So I guess I was kind of researching some vegan-friendly cooking and going to explore that a little more. I will be blogging it once I play with it.
I'm so proud
I
of you.
won't be blogging the meatball mushrooms yet.
So you perfect them?
I just right. And I cheated. I used a jarred sauce. But they're also delicious today with just cheese on top of them without being in a sub.
God, I love cheese.
Me too. Oh. What'd you geek over this week? Besides, not reorganizing a bookstore.
I know, right?
I'm proud of you.
So, 2 things. A PUBG thing.
Good.
I ended up getting a ultra rare out of a crate in PUBG.
Yes.
It is this cloth mask, but it's leopard print.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know if I can even. Let me close my chat because you don't want to see that. See, like, look how awesome that is. I wish I could show it clear. It's a cloth mask, but it has that red around it. So I got that. And 1 key, which is nice. So I just bought like a key.
Mm-hmm.
So it's cool. And then that's sellable, by the way.
Oh, good. Okay.
Very sellable. So I'm excited. I'm like, woo, can't wait to sell that. Then tomorrow I have a tattoo appointment.
Finally getting your corn tattoo?
Finally get my corn tattoo.
Yay! Have you decided what you're doing yet?
I did. So I didn't want just the words, the letters, even though it's pretty much their symbol because their letters are just iconic, right?
It's pretty iconic, yes.
Now, I didn't want really to put a lyric because I couldn't pick my favorite lyric. And the lyrics I did pick, I got told the song was not about what I thought it was about, that I was wrong in my interpretation, so I decided to go against it.
What man told you that? Anyways.
I mean, when I re-listened to it, I could see their perspective.
Okay.
But still. Okay. So then I decided to go with, and again, I don't know if this will show very well, but I'm going to show it anyway. Their favorite album is one that most people hate. My favorite album is Untitled. And the cover art is a what's that? Let's see if you can get it clear. No.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's my
PUBG.
That's my PUBG guy.
PUBG.
God. Is that.
Oh, cool.
So I'm getting that on the back of my arm.
It's very Sandman-like.
Yeah, it's a Plague Doctor.
Uh-huh.
So I'm very excited.
Yeah. Have you done anything? You've done stuff on the back of your arm, right?
Mm-hmm. I have.
How is it? How is it pain-wise?
Nothing.
Okay.
Like that's all back. That's like about the area.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Cool.
I'll be all right.
I like it.
I'm not too worried. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Because I love Tattoo Day. It's my favorite day.
It's the best day.
It's the best
that and gaming day. No, if you could do like tattoo like in the early afternoon and then game.
I did that once.
That would be the best day.
I did that. I got this tattoo and then did World of Darkness that night.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was fun. So I'm excited to do it. I think that it's unique enough for me that it'll be cool to have as my representation of the band. So
I like it.
Yeah, it was fun. I'm excited.
Yay!
I'll be all groggy tomorrow and be like texting like help. I always get really tired when I get tattoos. So your endorphins are just like.
So now, do you sugar up before you tattoo?
I eat a protein bar.
Like the middle. Okay.
I eat a protein bar. My favorite flavor, Gatorade.
I use it as an excuse to buy a chocolate croissant.
That's not a bad idea either. Like, I'll it's at 4:00, so I probably won't be able to get dinner. So I'll need to like pack in the snacks.
Yeah.
Or else I'll be in pain.
Yeah.
And be really tired.
Besides like the first a flash tattoo, my first real appointment, I did not eat much that day. Yeah. So, and that was my Imagine on my wrist. Oh, and you know, your wrist it's not a great place. I almost passed out from that. But I was fine when she had the back of my neck.
Right.
Because that's a much easier place.
Because you ate.
No, I hadn't eaten.
Oh, friend.
And it was stupid because there's like a really great bakery like right by there. Literally 2 doors down.
Oh, there's a pizza shop right across the street from this one.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm. Delicious.
Yeah, I stopped making that mistake with tattoos.
Wow. It's a beautiful mistake.
It is.
It's a beautiful one. Because when you eat all that food and it's in your stomach and you're just laying there like happy belly, happy life.
Yep. Yes.
Yes. So let's talk about your kid because...
My kid? So Ryan's grounded.
Oh, Rye.
She has a D in chemistry, and she's had the D for a few weeks, and we gave her every chance to get it corrected, and it's still a D.
So is she doing extra credit and stuff?
Yeah, extra credit or redoing stuff and all that. It's still a D. So we put in all right. Starting, it was on Friday. Which is okay. You're grounded. No computer, no phone, nothing that connects to the internet, and no best friend time.
Which is probably the worst part.
It is actually the worst part because her best friend Ree will often just come over for the weekend. They also are constantly talking via Discord or text or whatever. But she, we're not monsters.
No, I mean, she has a D.
No. Yeah, she has a D. But this means, she can watch TV and movies, and she can read. And she can also have, like, her handheld. She can have her DS.
Okay, makes sense.
So we're doing better. She actually has been really good. We are giving her now a half an hour a day back to text Ree or to be on Discord or whatever. But it's a half an hour a day. It is regulated.
Good. Hey, you got to do that stuff, though.
Exactly. And I told her, you give me a lip and it goes away because she gets sarcastic. But Saturday night, we kind of had like a little, let's see, 5-hour brunch was over. We had a little stop motion animation double feature.
Which ones did you watch?
Two really great movies. Coraline.
Love it.
Yep. And Kubo and the Two Strings.
Love it.
Yeah, they're both beautiful movies. They're both very interesting versions of families.
Yeah, I agree.
But God, and I forget how heartbreaking and beautiful Kubo is.
Oh, it's sad.
It is very sad.
Very
the
sad.
mythology in that movie is fascinating.
Yes, it is. But it's very sad.
Yeah, it is very sad. But it's beautiful, just like the story about his parents. And the "You Are My Quest" just like kind of,
oh, I know,
chokes me up.
Oh, I know.
And the Moon Sisters are vicious.
Oh God, I love them.
Yeah, they are great.
Love them.
Yeah.
We watched it once. We own it, but the kids, it's a little above the age.
Yeah. We watched it. Ryan enjoyed it. So like Coraline, she didn't want to watch.
What?
I know, right? We watched it once. She barely sat through it, and then. But like a lot of times, whenever we get a digital movie, I'll add it to our Apple TV. So she just prefers to watches whatever we have on Apple TV. And of course, we have like all our, our Star Wars stuff, our Marvel stuff,
right?
A lot of the animation. So yeah, she got back into Coraline. She loves it. She watches it all the time. In fact, she put it on for the little kids at the brunch.
Aw, it's a good book. Has she read the book?
She has not. I need to. I need to read that and Odd the Frost Giant.
Yeah.
Both of those, I think she could. So yeah, and the same thing with Kubo. We saw it. She enjoyed it, but she never really got into it. And then like a few months ago, we started randomly watching it. So yeah, it was a really good time.
Good.
And kind of love sharing stuff with my kiddo.
Well, yeah, of course. It's like my favorite.
And
thing.
had she been on the computer, we wouldn't have been able to.
True. So maybe you can keep this like weekly thing.
Yeah, and we still need to sit down and watch this week's Rebels, but that restarted this week, and I'm gonna be. I apologize. It's like 3 weeks and that's it. And the show's done. And
you're taking your time.
And also the fact that there's no way everyone's walking out of that show. So it's like Rogue One.
Yeah.
You can't actually have everyone survive.
Well,
if you do, you're doing a disservice to the characters.
Well, I had no idea. Spoilers. What was going to happen in Rogue One?
Oh yeah. Oh, I did.
I didn't have any idea going in. I was like, this is going to be. I'm a Star Wars geek.
Right. And I did just because, you don't get a squadron named after you if everyone survives. I did not expect everyone.
The movie's been out long enough. It's like 2 years,
TPK.
right?
Yeah, TPK. I did not expect the TPK.
No.
But I'm kind of glad they stuck to their nuts and did it.
Well, yeah, but still.
They stuck the landing on that, but it's still heartbreaking.
It was heartbreaking.
So, your kid geek stuff, because you said some awesome stuff.
They're playing dress up in ninjas.
I know.
Like ridiculously amounts of dress up in ninjas. So they're
ridiculously adorable.
Oh, thank you. The videos are funny because they're just insane and yelling and jumping all around and being crazy, which is great. We played a lot of Monopoly Mario, or like whatever it's called, the Nintendo Monopoly.
Yeah.
And it's more geared towards kids. And we had a breakdown with Logan because he didn't understand that you lose coins and it's okay.
Right.
Because he's 4.
Right.
But, you know, it's better now. He's better now. He's not like freaking out over it. So it was good. And they've been playing a lot of the Switch and DS again. Smash Brothers.
Okay.
On the DS because it's not on the Switch. When it comes out, I will never leave the living room.
Yeah.
I mean, it's portable, so I probably still would not leave the living room though because
yeah.
I love Smash Brothers.
Eddie, what's Trey doing on her break? When she's working from home? Nothing.
Why Smash Brothers? Nothing.
Nothing.
But it's simple like that. Just like kind of hanging out and doing fun stuff and watching cooking shows because the kids like to watch cooking shows.
Nice. What's their favorite?
The Great British Baking Show, whatever it's called. I don't know. The one with
Great British Bake Off.
Mary and
I've never watched it, but I hear really great things.
Oh, it's such a good show.
I hear
they're
when you watch
so
it, you
much
want to
nicer,
bake all the things.
and they're so much nicer than Americans are. They were like, "This is kind of atrocious, but we love you as a person." That's like the feeling they get.
Wow.
Yeah, like, and when people get kicked off the show, they don't freak out. They're like, "I knew it was going to be me."
Wow.
Like, this is 4 seasons of this. This isn't a fluke.
Yeah.
So,
very cool.
I like watching that.
Yeah. I highly suggest if they want other cooking show to watch is Good Eats because it's geeky.
Oh, true. Yeah. True.
Alton Brown's amazing.
Your mic's going crazy. Are you Is there a tappiness noise? There, because it stopped.
Oh, because I was playing with it. All right, I'm gonna take my hand off my mic stand.
You were playing with your mic. Egg timer.
Egg timer.
Egg timer.
They're coming in our vernacular.
We have to, use that now.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me about your news article.
So my news relates to one of my things geeked over this week. Black Panther broke all the records.
I heard that.
All the records. So it ended up being by the end of Sunday, it was 361 million.
What?
Including 192 million from the opening weekend in the U.S. alone. It was the biggest February opening.
Mm-hmm.
It was the biggest opening for a Marvel solo film, and only the first Avengers made this much money at that rate.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it really is.
That's crazy to me.
So it's pretty dang cool. And I think it was like the 5th biggest opening of all time.
That's crazy.
Which is weird
and good.
Which is great. Because every time you have a superhero movie, it's just going to make more hopefully good superhero movies.
Right.
And Marvel's definitely showing that they can't really do any wrong.
It's wonderful.
Well, and also because we've talked about it. We've talked about in nauseam what Marvel does right with just creating this universe and making just this narrative thread through everything and being able to go do stuff with different genres, but still feel like it's the same world.
Right.
So that just always just impresses me.
Well, yeah. That's so exciting.
Yeah, it's and I know people who've seen it like 5 times already.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
My buddy Jarvis went
yet.
like, I know you have. Like my buddy Jarvis went like 2 times over the weekend. He took his dad, I think Monday. He saw it again with a friend yesterday, and he's a big brother. So he took the kids that he's a big brother to see it today.
That's cute.
Yeah.
That's cute. I like it.
Yeah, I know people who've seen it, some multiple times. And we probably will see it more times in theater. In fact, Bri says once she's done being grounded, she's going to take Reed to see it.
Better do better in chemistry, Bri.
Right? She had a test today, so hopefully.
Chemistry was my favorite subject in high school.
Oh, it was not mine, but then again, my mother and stepdad number 2 were going through a divorce during the time. So I struggled, but I had a reason to struggle.
Right. I just really liked chemistry.
I love biology. That was my favorite.
AP Chem might have been my favorite class ever, though.
Nice.
God, I love AP Chem. We got to make explosions. Oh, God. It was so cool. It was so cool. Who doesn't want to do that?
Yeah, that is fun.
Nice sit at a desk all day.
Yep.
So my news is awesome only because Bestie and I were talking about this the other day. We were talking in our, we did a 2 Girls 1, what did we do? Book. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about.
Was that your husband?
Yeah, it was. I don't even remember what we did. We talked about it. And that's why we talked about it.
Great.
We did. We talked about the It movie versus the It book.
Mm-hmm.
And she hasn't read it in like years and was very unprepared, but she Googled beforehand. So she was
Nice,
okay.
good.
But we were discussing who we thought were going to be the adults. And we thought they actually would have had more people cast by now, but they have nobody except for Bill Skarsgård because he plays Pennywise, the dancing clown. So Jessica Chastain, who is in that new Molly's Game, she is now up to playing Beverly, who is the main female of the story and like the only one, because she is, if read the book, it's really long. It will take you a long time, or listen to an Audible for 46 hours. But she is like kind of the love interest / badass chick.
Okay.
So they're just finally getting her in talks to play this. And I am kind of shocked because it's supposed to start shooting this summer and it's February. And I don't.
Yeah. They said though she's a lock because she's friends with the director.
And she wants to be in it. And it's a fan favorite. Everybody's like, woohoo. But we'll see. I mean, they have a lot of roles to cast. It doesn't seem like a lot, but it's when you have like these small cast movies that every role is very, very important. Like even Pennywise, who he was, is going to be important in the long run. So I'm interested to see who they keep choosing.
Cool.
So I hope
we'll keep a track of that.
And she looks just like her. So
cool.
I think it's cool. I'm all excited.
Very nice.
Go Pennywise. I mean, go kids.
Oh, Addie.
I think it'd be funny if that was her god.
Oh my god.
He is technically a god. A turtle vomited out and then, you know.
Yeah. Ooh.
Let's talk about our discussion this week.
I have concerns.
Snape has no concerns. Snape has no concerns. Oh, thanks for the follow, One True Montre.
Thank you. Our discussion, and I can't believe we haven't discussed this yet, is Harry Potter.
That's not Harry. That's Snape.
That's not Harry. That's Snape.
But his name's right there.
Yes.
Harry Potter.
Yes. Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
So how did you get into Harry Potter?
Okay. Harry Potter and me have had a relationship.
Oh yeah. It's complicated.
It's complicated. So I did not read the books first.
Okay.
Because I was in that weird age where I was a little too old. Like the books weren't like a thing from my age group. I mean, what? Now I have to Google. I'm woefully unprepared. When did Harry Potter, the first book, come out?
I want to say 98 or 99.
You want to say 98. Let's see here. First book, Harry Potter, originally published in 97.
Okay, so I was close.
So
20 years ago.
20 years ago. It just wasn't like a big thing when I was in school. I mean, and I think times have changed because, I mean, you have classes reading Hunger Games now, where when I was in school it was the Romeo and Juliet, Hamlet.
And I still do that stuff.
Yeah, you know, what's that other one I really don't like?
To Kill a Mockingbird.
God, that's such a rough
Grapes
book.
of Wrath, Lord of the Flies.
Lord of the Flies. I hate that book so much.
Fahrenheit 451.
Great Expectations.
Yeah.
Things that you are prescribed to read. They've edited it a lot, which I'm happy about. And yeah, see, One True was 15 years old when they first read Harry Potter. So like it was just, I was just kind of out of that bracket, I think. And when the movies started coming out, I was refusing to watch them. I just didn't want to do it. I was like, nope, this isn't my thing.
Right.
They're going to make fantasy so weird. And I was more, and this is, you know, I'm more sci-fi than I am fantasy. It's just me. So I did not watch anything Harry Potter until, oh my gosh, what was the first one I watched? Let's see here. I can name it when I have The Goblet of Fire. That was the first Harry Potter movie I watched, and only because I was forced to by a friend who I thank every day for that. Thank you so much. And I instantly fell in love. I was like, what is this movie? Where have I been my whole life? And I went back and, you know, and this was when The Goblet of Fire first came out. So
yeah.
The movie, not the book.
Right. The book came out in 2000.
2000. No, I'm just looking up 2000.
Oh, okay. All right. I was thinking it was 2001 because I was pregnant with Rye. But that makes sense.
Yeah. And then the movie came out, let's see here.
2005?
2005. Okay. So, I mean, that was, God, almost 10 years after the first books were coming out. So,
right.
That was the first experience I had. So then I started watching all of them. And I did not read them right away. I was just like, movies, because I do like to read, but...
You love reading.
I love reading, but sci-fi is just my jam. And,
right.
You know, it was just... I was in college and just things were just busy and you just didn't have time to read those kind of books.
Right.
You just didn't.
And then you don't realize how freaking quick of read they are.
Yeah, and like I said, One Tree says they thought the book was more for children, but it took them by surprise. That is so true, and that's what I found.
Much.
Is that I was expecting my younger siblings to enjoy it and not me.
Right.
And it turns out I love it. So it wasn't until actually, when did I start reading them? Not many years ago.
Yeah.
That I read them. And still to me, The Goblet of Fire is just the best because it was my first experience with the whole Harry Potter world.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and it's when I started to like, and I love Snape from instantaneously because I'm such a lover of the anti-hero.
Right.
And I rooted for him the entire time. And I was like, he's not a bad guy. Like,
yeah. Yeah. He's just complex.
He's just complex. So that's how I got into Harry Potter was somebody said, you need to watch this movie. And I was like, okay. Yeah. And I was cleaning my house during it. Like and I stopped cleaning to watch it.
Yeah, to watch it. Totally.
I did. So how about you? How did you get into Harry?
All right. So I am a late adopter, but not as a late adopter as you are. And I have a confession to make. I'm a hipster.
Oh, I knew that.
It's a pretty well-known fact.
It's a well-known fact.
Especially if it's popular. I don't want anything to do with it. So, and there was a very certain reason why I wanted nothing to do with it. Even though I knew, like, my goddaughter was into reading it, but that was great, but I wasn't. Mm-hmm. And there's most things I'll do for my goddaughter. I even watched an episode of American Idol in the first season. It was the only one I've ever watched. But you know,
for her,
like, okay, but yeah, exactly. We were over there one night, but I really want nothing to do with these books, and the reason being is I incorrectly saw them as a ripoff of a miniseries that Neil Gaiman had done several years before called The Books of Magic.
That is true.
Which a 4-part series about Tim Hunter, who is an English boy with dark hair and glasses, who is destined to become the greatest wizard of his age.
And you love Neil.
I love Neil and Harry. Wow. And Tim's like one of my favorite characters. Right. And this is a really great miniseries because, you know, Constantine's in it and the Phantom Stranger's in it. And, you know, it's a really great story. And it's, you know, very Hero with 1,000 Faces, a hero's journey, and all of that. So I was in love with it. And I'm like, well, this is a ripoff. Well, it wasn't, but that's okay. I was pregnant with my daughter at the time. It was 2001. And my friend Leslie and I had ditched. I was at work and I had a headache. And she picked me up and we proceeded to go across the street to go see Monsters Incorporated.
Legit.
And legit. I was also pregnant at the time, and you know, I was barely pregnant, but I was still, you know, feeling funky. And we saw the preview of the first Harry Potter movie. And Leslie went nuts because she loved these books. She was as happy, you know, she was just in heaven.
Like we are with Iron Man.
Exactly. She just went nuts. Okay, it looks good. That night, I did dream about Hogwarts. And I was in Hogwarts, and I saw the back of my head, and I had red hair.
Weird.
I was, right, so I was Ginny.
Of course.
Or it was Cass was really at Hogwarts with everybody else, and that's who she was, you know.
I'm putting it all together now.
Because she's a redhead. Anyways, that's how she really got together with the group. So fine, whatever. The next day, it is Leslie, by the way, who my daughter calls Bubby. She also was one of my roommates.
Okay.
Bubby is a Jewish word for grandmother.
Yeah.
Because she was my Pookie mama. So it was Leslie, our friend Kiki, and I, and we were sitting around Leslie's apartment. Mm-hmm. And it's funny you mentioned Shawshank. because she says, "Do you remember when we were, when we roomed together and there was nights that we would just pick up a book and share it. We would just, read, a page and then pass it on. And we did that with how we read Shawshank.
It took forever, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. But it was great. It was really wonderful. And it's a short story, so it wasn't that long. But let's do that. Let's do that again. I'm like, okay, that sounds great. She brings out Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I'm like, you bitch.
You're like, I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing it. You know how I feel. I'm not doing it. Let's just say I took the book home.
I'm sure you did, because I would have.
Yeah. Let's just say I took the book home, and within 2 weeks, I was at Target buying Goblet of Fire.
Wow. Look at you, devourer.
I devoured. I was so excited to see the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I saw it opening weekend, but I saw it very early. I then also saw it. We have a family tradition to see a movie the Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
Yes, you do.
Well, Keek and I went. By the way, don't play the Birdie Bots every flavored beans in the dark, because at that point I didn't think they actually were going to be gross jelly beans in that package. But at this point now I was like 4 months pregnant. 4 months pregnant. And during the movie, Ryan's hearing had developed because she reacted during Quidditch scenes.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Love her.
Yeah. So that's how I got into Harry Potter. We call it kicking and screaming.
Of course.
Of course, because I'm a hipster, because I'm a comic book nerd.
Of course.
So, and then I did kind of trick my kid into it. Because like when she was little, she loved it. Like the first two movies she loved.
Mm-hmm.
She then saw... I think she only would see the first two. I don't think she wanted to see Prisoner of Azkaban. I would read to her the first book when she was little.
Right.
Which she loved. Literally, she would wake up in the middle of the night screaming, "Howie, Howie!"
Aww.
Loved it. She even had like a little scar on her forehead from when her auntie let her fall off the couch. So
I can see how they had a bond.
While Cam and I went to go see Chamber of Secrets. So, it all goes back to Harry. But like me, she's a hipster.
Oh, of course.
And she didn't want to read them.
Of course.
And then one day I'm like, all right, Rai. She was on summer break a few years ago. I'm like, all right, Rai. I need you to just read a few chapters of it for me.
And she never stopped.
And then I would start giving her assignments. And by the time she got halfway through the book, she was devouring them.
See, that's all it takes.
Yeah. All it takes.
Oh, you do voices when you read for your niece and nephew. That's adorable.
Oh, I love that.
I love it.
We would do that with, we didn't do it with Harry, but we did that with another monster at the end of this book.
I like that one.
And Rai would, of course, be Elmo and I would be Grover.
Of course.
And, turn. It was great.
That's awesome.
I do love reading with the voices is the best thing. So that's how we got into Harry Potter.
That's how you got into it.
All right, my dear. What's your house?
I'm going to have to say Hufflepuff.
Really? Okay, cool. You know what? I'm married to a Hufflepuff. I have a Hufflepuff, so I like Hufflepuff.
It's not even close to true.
You're not a Hufflepuff, lady.
No, I'm Slytherin.
Slytherin
through and through. Like, I get mad at Hufflepuffs when I want to read about. I'm like, stop being stupid.
Stop being so nice to everybody, damn it.
Yeah, I take the test. I get Slytherin every single time.
Funny.
Every time, just like one true. See, yep.
Yeah.
Or Slytherin through and through. So it's such a, God, I don't know what it is. Just their tenacity just feeds me.
They're clever.
They're clever.
They're sneaky.
Well, what about you? Are you a Hufflepuff? I bet you're a Hufflepuff.
No, of course I'm not a Hufflepuff. Though I wouldn't mind being a Hufflepuff because there are some really great members of the Hufflepuff house.
They are nice people.
I am a Ravenclaw.
Didn't see that one coming, did ya?
So, I will say though, I actually have tested a few times. Like, I did test once in a Slytherin. And most of the tests I take, usually when I take them, it is Ravenclaw with a strong Gryffindor influence, which makes sense. With my personality, I'm kind of,
yeah,
I'm very much about loyalty and all that.
You are.
Sometimes the
You're
point of
very
stupidity.
Griffin.
Yeah, I am, but I am Ravenclaw. And I think that's because I do sometimes take a logical look at things.
Which is true. Like, did you take the percentage test before?
I think I have. I need to retake that.
And it's like I'm way Slytherin than Ravenclaw, and then I have 0 Hufflepuff.
That does make sense for you because you're an educated woman. You do think about things. You're logical and you're well read
and apparently sneaky.
And sneaky, really, as F.
I'm good at
so,
it.
Yeah, that's totally. But I can definitely see the Ravenclaw
but see,
influence.
Ravenclaw and Slytherin can be friends.
We can because we're really good friends and we respect each other's houses and we can see the good in in each other's houses. You need to have the kids take it.
Oh, okay. Here's a question for us. Do you think your parents would be too magical, too muggle, or a mix?
I would be a mix. My mother is definitely magical. The sperm donor is definitely a muggle.
I would be probably 2 muggles because...
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be the weird one. I'd be like Hermione.
Yeah.
Except Slytherin and cool.
Yeah. Yeah. But they wouldn't accept you in a Slytherin.
They wouldn't know. I'm sneaky.
Oh, you're sneaky.
Duh.
True. Duh. Yeah, so much like Tom Riddle.
Yeah. See? I am Voldemort.
You are. Though he was a mudblood, or half blood, but
yeah.
That's
Dark Hermione. See, that's me.
It's dark. It is. Well, because Addie was Hermione.
See,
right?
It works. All this.
It does.
Full circle.
Yeah. I definitely. My mom is weird and as witchy as I am. So.
Yeah, and nobody in my family is. They're like, "What are you reading that book
for?
That devil music."
Right.
That cracks
me. That's a great question.
Yeah, thank you. I love that one. That could be our question for the week. That was it.
Oh, that was our question. All right. So, and I know we kind of touched on this. Mm-hmm. So, what's your favorite book and movie when it comes to the Harry Potter series, and how do they compare?
I would. Let's just go with The Goblet because it was my first, so I have that affinity for it. And I saw the movie first, and I am we've talked about this big proponent of book is always better. And it is, mm-hmm. but they did a very good job with the visualization of these movies that it's mm-hmm. not like you're missing too much. Because this is one of those movie groups that I feel that the fans that are book fans are still happy with the movies.
Yeah.
And that's very rare.
It is. I mean, granted, yes, we want something longer. We want the book, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Because it's impossible to do.
They put it in a very good package. They, take things out because it's like they could never have made the exact Lord of the Rings in the movie because if I have to watch a camera zoom on a flower for 45 minutes, I would die. Right. Like, that's how it is.
Tom Bombadil. That was the name I was trying to think of the other day. Sorry.
That was.
Sorry.
That was.
Tom Bombadil. Yeah.
Hate him. That book was so hard to get through.
Well, it's also very masculine. Has a very masculine energy to it.
Yes.
It's hard. Yeah. And it's very English. Anyway.
Very English. So I felt that they did a very good job of taking great literature and making a great film. Mm-hmm. And my kids enjoy the movies, all of them. Like if they're on, and they watch them. It's a really, really well done distinction, and you don't find that with a lot of genres.
No,
which is like how I like Hunger Games movies way more than the books because the last book was the worst book ever written.
And Interact.
So how about you? Favorite book movie?
So my favorite, they are actually also the same. Prisoner of Azkaban. Because I think to me, Prisoner of Azkaban's kind of where you realize things aren't always what they seem. Mm-hmm. That's where it took a very considerably darker turn.
Yes. And
also that's where the books or the movies took a darker turn. The direction of Alfonso Cuarón was fabulous. Mm-hmm. And he also had this really fascinating Latin American influence to this very English film.
Right.
I like that.
I did too.
I really like that. And it was also, you can definitely tell they were growing as characters. They were growing up. And like Sirius is such a fabulous character. Lupin is a fabulous character.
I love Lupin.
Yeah, Lupin is amazing. Lupin and Tonks are like my couple, and I'm devastated every time. Like if Cam and I ever did a Harry Potter couples cosplay, mm-hmm. it would be Lupin and Tonks.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You know who I'd go as?
Who? Girl Snape. No, you be Bellatrix.
Ah, yes. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, they agree with you. Felt the heart tug when Sirius turned out to be Harry's godfather.
Yeah.
One true. He got the heartstrings.
It was really great, and they hinted at it. They hinted at the beginning when he came in Sirius's motorcycle.
Right. I mean, honestly, I've never cried harder than when Snape died.
Yeah.
I was bawling.
Yeah.
Like just broken person. Every time I watch it, I cry. Which is a lot.
A lot. My friend Stacy, I believe, threw the book across the room when Sirius died and refuses to pick it up. Like, will not finish reading them.
Yeah. I've been there. I did that with a video game, though.
She also won't read the kindly ones or the wake, so she has issues.
Oh, see, you got to read the kindly ones.
Right? You have to read the
kindly ones, please. I'm going to re-download it on my brand new Kindle that I just got that's sitting right here.
Yes.
It's big, so I can actually read the kindly ones.
Yeah, the kindly ones.
You felt ashamed that you hated Snape? Yep. See? And that's what I mean. Like, the whole time I'm sitting there, I'm telling you, Snape is not bad.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. He's doing it for the right causes, and his methods may be unorthodox.
And his love for Lily is just so, like, always. Like, you can't hear that and not choke up. And
I have an always tattoo.
Yeah.
On my back shoulder. That's how much I love him.
Yeah.
And I should have did it in green and black, but I did awesome watercolor.
Beautiful.
But still. So I actually have a different question.
Okay.
That could be work as the question of the week.
All right.
Who is your favorite character, or who is your least favorite character that everybody loves? So everybody has their favorites, and
right.
But who are you like? That is not my favorite at all.
Cedric Diggory.
That's a good choice.
I mean, he's as a character, he's not that interesting.
He's fine.
He's fine, but I understand. I understand why is the Hufflepuff that actually got some attention. He's a jock.
He's a mean jock. He's a mean jock. He's a mean Hufflepuff.
Yeah. But he's just blah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
What about you?
I can't say because
you're playing her. No, I'm sorry. You were playing her. I know you.
No. My least favorite that everybody adores is Sirius.
It's okay. So what about Sirius rubbed you the wrong way?
See, and you didn't see the big attraction on Fleur Delacour. Yeah, see, I didn't either.
Yeah, but I think that was more the attraction of the characters as compared to the fans.
And that's probably, I agree with that.
Because she's not very interesting.
No, she's not. Like, there's nothing going on.
She becomes more interesting, I think, as she becomes older.
Yes. But there's nothing going on at first.
Yeah.
No. Sirius, to me, he is like such the Captain America that I dislike.
Really?
Yeah, he's that type that I just was like, oh, look at him. He's in jail, but he's actually good. You know what I mean? Like, this is such that hero tale that I was like, nah, I'm good.
It also doesn't hurt much for your dislike of him that he bullied Snape.
That's a huge part of it for me because, and also Harry's dad. Go fuck yourself. Let me tell you something, Harry's dad. You're a mean man.
No, and I think Harry, came to that conclusion that his parents, his dad
was a jerk.
Yeah.
So I like that whole thing, like. You made him how he was, kind of thing, and I'm a fan of the anti-heroes all the time. Like I'm more of a Batman fan than I am, Superman, because Superman is horrible, like and Iron Man over Captain America. That's just how I am. So like it was just sort of that pull for me. Like there's Snape, and he is the anti-hero, and then you have Sirius, who's this massive hero who dies for the good cause. But then you had that big bang of Snape at the end that I was just like in your face, Sirius.
Yeah,
Snape really took the one for the team, So I don't know. That's and everybody loves Sirius.
He's a cool character, and again, I think he's one of those that, like, teenage Sirius was an asshole.
Oh,
then again, we've also shown, as we're showing in D&D, that teenagers can be jerks.
We are. It's really kind of odd playing a teenager again, isn't it?
It is. Well, I have one.
Yeah. I just remember.
Yeah. Well, you're closer to it than I am.
Crossover idea that always causes discussion: Iron Man versus Batman. Ugh, we need to make that a topic one night because I can tell you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I have some opinions.
I have high opinions of what would happen. And the only, like, the best part of Justice League, because I was okay with that movie. Mm-hmm. It was fine. It's just like all DC movies except for Suicide Squad. They're fine to me. They're okay. But the best part was whenever they asked Batman what his superpower was, and he said money. And I was just like...
Well, you know, it's same thing with Tony.
It's the same thing.
What would you do without your suit, you know?
You'd be dead.
A brilliant billionaire,
Playboy philanthropist.
You know?
Yeah. And it's exactly, it's great. We need to put that on the topic list because we could have some opinions.
We can have some opinions.
Heather's putting on the topic list right now because I have opinions, strong ones.
I have concerns.
I always have concerns.
I know you do. No. Now I have concerns.
Dark Addie. This is what we should just call them, Dark Addie and Light Addie.
Yeah.
Dark Addie has no concerns. I mean, though she's going to the dark side. You know, like that's rough. Oh, Ditto and Aquaman said, so you do all this dressed as a bat. Yeah, that was a good line too. It had good lines, and I think it brought more of the whole fun aspect to DC that Suicide Squad did, but they overdid in certain parts because they could.
Right.
And it was really hard to break to a 4-year-old that Robin was dead in this universe right now. He did not.
It's a hard conversation. Then just don't go into the Jason Todd conversation.
I know, like they're watching and they're really into Justice League, and they like Suicide Squad. I let them watch it. I'm a horrible mother, but they're really into Justice League. And like Remy's like woo and screaming and having a good time, and Logan goes, "Where's Robin?" Because there's Cyborg, and where's Robin? And I'm like, honey, Harley Quinn took Robin out. Like he's not here. He's dead in this world. And he goes, huh. Well, that's just not fair. And I was like, well, I mean, he watches Teen Titans Go all the time. To him, you know, Robin is just, and it does pave the way for Tim Drake. You're very. And that's what's going to happen, I hope.
And I love me, I love me some Tim, but there's some tons of, and also Dick Grayson.
Right.
Yeah, the whole bit, it's the middle Jason. Or it's the middle Robin, and then I love me some Carrie Kelly as well. So that's a whole different reality.
Right. So it's interesting to see. I'm excited to see how he goes, but Booyah at the end was the key for a 4-year-old.
Yeah. So remember how I mentioned to you that my buddy Jarvis just took some of his kids out to see Black Panther? That's what I just posted. So what did you guys learn from that experience? We learned that you squeal like a little girl when Captain America popped up in the previews.
Oh, I like the new version of it. I like how what they've done with Captain America.
Yeah, well, I do agree.
They've done with him.
More interesting as he's gotten, and he also is a little he's not lawful good anymore.
No, we could have a superhero show too. By the way, we could just call it.
We have, but we need to revisit it.
We did have a little bit, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. It was one of our shows.
Oh yeah, like there's been 23. It's a long time.
Yeah, and superheroes.
We just talked about Iron Man for 45 minutes.
That's what we did last time, actually.
Oops.
Defining moment of our friendship. We both love Iron Man. Okay.
I think that's when we really decided we were besties from virtualness.
You also love Iron Man? Okay.
I love Iron Man.
Yeah.
So it's time to say goodbye.
It is. I kind of like...
You got to eat dinner.
I know, and Rye has Kung Fu tonight, so...
Oh, yeah.
Ham's rating, since I don't have game tonight, I'm just doing both the to and from.
Yeah, makes sense. Well,
I do errands in between.
We love you guys. Thanks for watching.
We love you guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks for the new follow, and join us next Wednesday.
Yeah, we are going to do something.
We have lots of topics. Tweet us.
Lots of topics.
Tweet us your topics.
If not, we might be talking about food, Batman versus Iron Man, makeup, but you guys don't really want that. But eventually it will happen. How to deal with kids that won't stop talking. Okay, my kid may have been annoying me on that one. Vacation planning, another one we're talking about. But also, guys, if you have a question for us to talk about, it can be geeky, it can be parent based,
right?
It could be anything. Tweet us. You can tweet us individually, or actually tweet us together. How can we find you, Trey?
At Sarindre.
And I am at CyberWaif, WAIF, as in, well, little. You can also just tweet the Geeks and Geeklets Network.
Yeah.
We'll get you that way.
Anyway, just tell us what you want to see. I hear Iron Man versus Batman is a popular topic in chat.
Yeah.
So
it's
you'll see.
It's probably going to happen. So unless you guys tweet us a question, we're going to talk about Iron Man versus Batman because we like rich, smart guys.
Philanthropists.
Playboys.
Oh, we just heard from the audience here. Iron Man wins. The audience.
Yes. Thank you. You're my favorite DM right now.
You're her favorite DM.
Remember, it's different than Storyteller, so please don't kill me with Storyteller next week.
Wait, what did you just say?
Dude in a leather suit.
Dude in a leather suit versus guy in power armor. That is a very big topic of discussion.
Very true. All right. We are doing, so unless you guys have a problem, we're doing Iron Man versus Batman, and I think most likely we're probably going to do Wednesday again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have anything going on, so we can do our normal Wednesday instead of the middle of the day. Middle of the day, let's throw on makeup show.
This just happened.
I know. It's like,
Literally just happened.
We have a show in 15 minutes. No one needs to see our working from home faces.
No. Well, good night, guys. We love you. We'll see you next week.
Thank you so much. Bye.